Imagine a world where brands struggled to be seen, where the gap between a product on a shelf and a customer's hand felt like an uncrossable ocean. In 1987, one man named Sonny King saw this disconnect not as a failure of the market, but as a massive opportunity waiting to be seized. He founded Advantage Solutions with a simple yet revolutionary vision to bridge that gap. It started small, in a modest office with limited resources, but the ambition was massive. King wanted to create a sales and marketing agency that didn't just sell, but understood the deep psychology of buying. He knew that for a product to succeed, it needed a voice, a strategy, and a relentless team to push it forward against the giants of the industry. As the years passed, the company transformed from a local entity into a national powerhouse. The initial team of a few dozen grew into thousands of dedicated employees. They weren't just workers. They were brand ambassadors who understood that execution is the only currency that matters in retail. This workforce became the engine of their explosive growth. Investors began to take notice of this rising titan. They saw a machine that could take any consumer good and place it into the hands of millions. The infrastructure grew complex, yet the mission remained simple. Advantage Solutions became the invisible engine behind the biggest brands you see on shelves every day, creating value where others saw only noise. Innovation became their backbone as they scaled. They realized early on that relying on traditional methods wasn't enough to stay ahead. They started analyzing data before big data was a buzzword. This foresight allowed them to predict market trends, giving their clients a competitive edge that no other agency could offer at that time. But the real evolution is happening right now, in real time. The company is pivoting, shedding its old skin to embrace the digital age. They are no longer just about physical presence. They are building a digital ecosystem. This shift is critical because the modern consumer lives online as much as in stores, and Advantage is meeting them there. Now let's talk about the true game changer, artificial intelligence. Advantage Solutions is integrating AI into the very fabric of its operations. Imagine sophisticated algorithms that don't just track sales but predict them weeks in advance. This is the new frontier of efficiency that is redefining their future and securing their legacy. This AI adoption isn't just for show or investor hype. It is about automating mundane workflows to free up human creativity for high-level strategy. By using machine learning, they can analyze vast amounts of shopper data to customize marketing strategies in real time. This level of precision was impossible just a few years ago. However, despite this massive infrastructure and the pivot toward high-tech solutions, the market has beaten the stock down. Currently, Advantage Solutions is trading at a psychological level that screams opportunity for the bold. We are talking about a price of just $0.85. Yes, you heard that right. Less than a single dollar. A company with billions in revenue is sitting at a valuation that many experts believe is disconnected from reality. This disconnect between the company's intrinsic value and its market cap is what savvy investors look for. It is a rare moment where fear in the market might be overshadowing the fundamental reality of the business. These collaborations act as a defensive moat around their business. Once a retailer or brand integrates deeply with Advantage's data and execution systems, switching costs become high. This stickiness is a massive asset. It ensures long-term cash flow visibility, something that Wall Street typically rewards with a much higher trading multiple. Experts are starting to whisper about a turnaround story here. If the management executes their digital transformation strategy effectively, the current valuation could look absurdly cheap in hindsight. We are seeing early signs of margin improvement, which is often the first precursor to a significant and sustained stock rally. Think about the macro environment we are entering. As inflation stabilizes and consumer spending patterns normalize, companies that help brands sell more efficiently will be in high demand. Advantage Solutions is positioned right at the intersection of physical retail, recovery, and digital marketing. Acceleration, ready to capture growth. The integration of generative AI could further revolutionize their service offering. Imagine AI agents that negotiate shelf space or optimize pricing, dynamically without human intervention. This isn't science fiction. It is the roadmap. If they pull this off, they stop being a service company and start being a tech platform. Of course, the market is currently skeptical, which is why the price is at $0.85. But skepticism creates the bargain. If everyone agreed this was a winner, it wouldn't be trading for pennies. The contrarian view asks you to look at the assets, the client list, and the technology, not just the red line on the chart. This is a story of redemption and modernization. It is about a legacy giant waking up to the digital dawn. The pieces are moving into place. The workforce is adapting, the algorithms are learning, and the partnerships are solidifying. The coiled spring is tightening, waiting for a catalyst to release that stored energy. In conclusion, you need to keep your eyes glued to Advantage Solutions. If they maintain this aggressive AI roadmap and continue to leverage their massive scale, that $5 price tag might be a historical footnote. Watch this space closely, stay informed, and do your research. The future is being built now, and you don't want to miss it.